A lot has changed in Roblox Fisch in the past few months, and recently Fisch has had a sort of revival with the game going from 10,000 average players all the way back to 100 or 200,000. I came back to Fisch just a few weeks ago, and there were a ton of things I had to learn, like the map changes, the aquarium feature, the best new fishing spots, the best new rods, and more. So I'll be going over all of that in today's video because this is an ultimate guide for returning players to Roblox Fisch, and I'll catch you up on everything you missed. So before we start, make sure to leave a like on the video so we can reach 500 likes, and also subscribe so we can reach 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, starting off with the admin abuse in Fisch. Basically, once a week whenever the updates are, which is Saturday for me, but it might be different for your time zone, the developers will join the game and they will run admin events, and this gets the game to hundreds of thousands or millions of players because everyone joins to participate in different admin events such as Corruption, Mayhem, Mega Mayhem, the Alien event, Goldstorm, and during these events, we get really insane fish in the game. Like over here, you guys can see in my inventory, I have a ton of huge fish over here. So what you should do is you should join about an hour before updates, and of course, I always live stream the updates if you guys want to tune into my live streams of it. But either way, go on the Roblox game page and go to the events and see when the updates are scheduled for so you can see when it is in your time zone. And getting those really OP insane fish are actually good for a whole other reason that I'll mention later in the video. Now, the next thing I wanted to mention is that the second C is removed. Now, the second C didn't really work because it kind of caused the downfall of the game. And there are videos on this. There are really popular videos with millions of views saying how the second C caused the downfall of Fisch, and of course, once they removed it, now the game is completely revived, and we have hundreds of thousands of players again. And a lot of the locations that were in the second C are now merged into the first C. And for example, one of them that I want to show you guys will be later in the video, and it's actually one of the best money grinding spots in the entire game. Now I want to go over the level changes. So obviously, you guys can see in the corner of the screen right now, I am level 1,137. That used to be able to go up to level 1,000, then it was changed to 2,500, then it was changed to 1,000 again. Now the level cap is again at 1,500, so the level cap has changed a little bit throughout the game's history. The thing is, though, the reason I'm mentioning the level cap is because it is just so much easier to get levels now. Because first of all, with the admin abuse, you can literally get to level 1,000 within one admin abuse, because the admin events have insane XP boosts, and the fish you catch are just absolutely insane. So I actually, when I returned to Fisch, I was level 300 or so, I think. But now, it's just so much easier to level up. I'm level 1,137, and that's just because the level cap was changed to 1,500 from 1,000 just only a few days ago. Yeah, but the method to just level up insanely fast is, first of all, going to be attending the admin abuses, which usually happen 1 hour before the updates, as I said before. Or, besides attending the admin abuses, you can also use your aquarium. Now, this is the thing that I wanted to mention later in the video. Before I do that, I do want to go over the map changes in the game. So I think the main places you guys might not recognize if you are coming back to the game: the Lost Jungle, which just came out last week, and then the Castaway Cliffs, which I actually have no idea when it came out. But the Castaway Cliffs is a pretty good spot for grinding both money and XP. Now, me personally, I prefer the Crystal Cove, and you may also not know what that is. But later in the video, I'll go over all of the best fishing locations for both money and XP. Now, I want to go over, as I said, the aquarium. When you put your fish into the aquarium, it will give you a certain amount of money per hour and a certain amount of XP per hour. But basically, you guys are going to notice that all of these are big over here. So there's big Glacial Golden Scylla, big Shield Golden Nessie, big Mayhem Corrupted Kraken. First of all, the way to get all these OP fishes is going to be to obviously display in the admin abuses, but besides that, you get so much more money from them if you make them big, and you can make them big by getting the Traveler's Whistle. Basically, it's a thing that lets you teleport to different places around the world, and there's one special place that you can only access with the Traveler's Whistle, which is called Treasure Island. If you go to Treasure Island, you will be able to talk to this appraiser guy, and basically, he's not like the normal appraiser. You kind of play like a little gambling game, and you get a size increase on whatever fish you give it, and it's like 1,000 coins each. The Traveler's Whistle, I believe it costs 2.5 million coins, and it is available from the Traveling Merchant. But yeah, so all these fish over here, these are the ones that are worth the most in my inventory. the ones that are worth the most selling value and the ones that are worth the most in the aquarium can be different. Also over here we do have fish food. I would go ahead and use these. It costs money over here, 1,500, 25,000, and it gives you extra. This one gives you 1.05 times coins, 1.06 times coins, 1.15 times coins. All of these, they increase the amount of money you make. Right now I'll be making about 2.1 million online profit. Right now I'm making 3.1 million online profit because I have all these boosts going. So yeah, once an hour you're able to go over here and click claim, and it gives you a ton of stuff. It can give you totems, it can give you relics and more. And yeah, speaking of relics, that will change us into the next topic of the video, which is going to be both Exalted and Cosmic relics. Now essentially, these are a new type of relics that were new to me, at least when I started playing the game again. I know Exalted relics have been here for a while, but Cosmic relics are relatively new. These give different enchants than normal relics, and they are really, really OP. Basically, you can have 2 enchantments on your rods now. You can either use a regular or Exalted relic for your first enchantment, and then to get an extra enchantment, you can use a Cosmic relic. Over here, you guys might not have noticed any of these. Blessed Song, well, Hasty you guys probably know, but Sea Prince is from the Cosmic relic because it's a secondary. Invincible is from the Exalted. Then over here, Immortal is also from Exalted. Piercing is from Exalted. Piercing over there as well. And then Glittered is the secondary on this one, which is also from Cosmic. Chirogenic is also from the Cosmic relic, and Herculean is from the Exalted relic. And yeah, so if you go to the Fish wiki, if you go to Fishipedia, you guys can see a list of every enchantment that you get from either of these relics. And yeah, so to obtain Exalted relics, you can either fish them up at a very rare chance, like 1 in 2,000, I think, or even more. Or you can just go over here to the daily shop, which also might be new to you. Right over here off the island at Moosewood, there is this guy. And in his shop over here, he doesn't have any Exalted relics right now, but he has a chance, it's a pretty high chance, to be selling Exalted relics for 250,000 coins. That's mainly how I get mine. I have 3. And Cosmic relics, you can really just mainly get them within the admin abuses. And so now finally, as I said I was going to mention in the video, we're going to go over the new best fishing locations and the new best rods within the game. So starting off with the new best fishing locations, there are 3 locations that I want to mention. The first one is going to be the Castaway Cliffs. Castaway Cliffs is going to be the best whenever there is an Aurora active. If there's an Aurora, or if there is some special event going on over here, such as the Atomic Nuke. But yeah, Castaway Cliffs is just known to be pretty good for both XP and money. The next area I want to mention is my personal place where I fish. It is the Crystal Cove. I use the Conception Conduit at my spawn over here. The way to get to the Crystal Cove is essentially by going to the depths and go to the end of this bridge over here, and then you're going to walk in and be teleported to the Crystal Cove. So over here, there is a fish called the DJ Spinosus, and it gives a ton of XP when you catch it, and it also gives a ton of money when you sell it. This is known to be, like, the Crystal Cove is known to be the #1 place right now for both XP and money within the game. So yeah, this is where I always grind during my live streams. If you ever want to check out my live streams, you guys would see that this is basically where I am the entire time, because that is the best grinding spot basically in the entire game. Now the last place I wanted to mention as a best fishing location, which did kind of get nerfed, but it is still pretty good, is going to be the Carrot Garden. The Carrot Garden is going to be over at Mushgrove Swamp. If you go all the way over to Mushgrove, I'll show you guys, there's like a little carrot guy, and if you go next to him, you can teleport to the Carrot Garden. But yeah, over here at the end, there is like a carrot guy on that lily pad. So you like, oh, this is the area, carrot guy over here, and then you can press crawl to teleport to the Carrot Garden. Now, this is mainly good for money, not necessarily XP. This is kind of just good for money, really, because the mythicals over here, whatever they are very, very common, I would say. But yeah, so those are the best places. Now I will go on to the best rods. So in my inventory over here, we have the Cerulean Fang, which I definitely recommend you guys to get. We have the Evil Pitchfork, we have the Oniri Falx, we have the Try Hard Rod, which is absolutely insane with 999% luck. And yeah, so there are a lot of rod progression guides out there right now, and I have one myself. I'll put a card to it. But yeah, so the Cerulean Fang is a new rod that was added recently. This is available by going to the Luminescent Cavern, which is an area that was just added also recently within the Desolate Deep, and it's only available during a starfall. The stats are very, very, very good. This rod is also very, very good during admin abuses because it has a slashing effect. Next one I mentioned was the Evil Pitchfork. This is available in the Crimson Cavern, which is the next area past Luminescent Cavern. This is for 20 million coins. You have to do an entire quest for it. The Onirifolks, you also have to do an entire quest for. Onirifolks is very, very, very hard to get. It has 777% luck and 777% lure speed. But yeah, so this piercing enchantment I have, basically what this piercing enchantment does is it gives the slashing effect, which like slashes the fish and boosts the progress speed. That is really important to have for admin abuses, because a lot of admin abuse fish are minus 95% progress speed or even lower. You're able to get the Onirifolks through an entire quest line, which is located within the depths. If you go talk to the Nick NPC, you actually get a charred boot, a sparkling shiny Wrath Floppy, and something else. Oh yeah, a Wrath Scylla. And then try hard rod, you can either buy for 1 billion coins or do one of the most insane quests in the entire game, which is to catch a Megalodon with a try-hard flimsy rod. But yeah, getting 1 billion coins is not even unrealistic nowadays. You guys can see I have 50 million, and that's kind of like what you can make within a day. Obviously, I have 3 million per hour. Let's say I just stayed online, clicked the thing every hour, got the boost every single hour. It would take me 316 hours to get 1 billion coins. 316 hours, that is what? Like 13 days? So if I were to AFK in the game for like 2 weeks and didn't even catch anything at all, just from the aquarium, I'll be able to get 1 billion coins. So it's really not unrealistic to get 1 billion coins. I personally know one of my friends who kind of carries me in fish has like 500 million right now, because 3 million, you can get even more in your aquarium. You can get 7 million, 8 million, and it just depends on what fish you have. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's guide video. If this helped you or if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe and join my Discord server, because I do giveaways all the time in my Discord server. Basically, just talk about fish with you guys. Of course, subscribe so we can reach 100K before the end of the year. Like the video, let's get 500 likes, and I will give away, 10 Exalted Relics, I don't know. And yeah, of course, let me know what other guides you want to see on the channel. That's going to be it for me. See you guys in the next fish video.